Air has arrived. Didn't hear that, but it arrived. Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's happening? Oh, great, it's Ryan. Nice. Look up. I'm still trying to put the block editor and the plugin page that I showed in Discord. Oh, that's that's doable. It's pretty doable. Today is kind of like hold on. Is this it? Might be it. Presentation. No, not it. Hello, Troy Chaplin. Getting my hearing stuff.
Oh great, it's Troy Chaplin.
There it is. I did a present. Hold on. I have something that you might want to look at, and I don't. That sounded gross. I didn't mean it that way. I say that to my wife all the time. Oh, what? Who? What? Oh, cringe. Presentation. If I can spell that right. Okay. So there was a thing that I was working on. It was idea was the slide. Okay, so this is something that I worked on there, Throne of Error, and it is the idea was that it was a slide generator, like a presentation generator. I just got banned. I know. Hey, Philippe, how's it going, man? Welcome. Oh, you're on LinkedIn. Hey, come on over to Twitch and jump in the chat and hang out with everybody. Come on over. But welcome to the show, my good friend. He's a developer advocate here at Automatic, and he works with the Playground team, and he's amazing. Happy Thursday. We're looking for you next week, not in a stalker way, threatening way. Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, we've met before, so we're friends, so that's all good. But let me, you know what? Let me just talk through this for a second. So the idea behind this was that the presentation was a block. How did this work? It was an interactive block that had inner blocks. Yeah, okay, so then what I did was in the individual slide itself, we had in the edit, there was a option for speaker notes. So what we do is you would click on a speaker notes button. It would open up speaker notes.js, and this would be an embedded block editor. So you can take a look at this and see how this helps. Now, I will say this. This is a block editor inside the block editor. So there was definitely some weirdness going on, but you can absolutely take some of this stuff. So this is basically what I did, and this will just allow me to insert all the blocks that you want. So you can do this on a plugin page, no problem, as long as it's a React page. So Throne of Error, take a look at that. And maybe what I should do is not today, but another stream. Maybe you know what? I'm committing to it right now. When I get back from working at US, I'm going to do a stream on exactly this. Not this implementation, but putting a block editor inside a plugin page. Now, I don't know what that's going to do, because you do have to handle like saving stuff. So, like, for example, on input and on change, I had a set blocks. I can't remember what I had what that did. Set blocks, I was just basically parsing it, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm storing that in state at this point, I think, and then there's a bunch of stuff going on. So it'll be an interesting little experimentation. But this repo exists here, and you are more than welcome to take a look and go and play around with it. Oh, I put there's a little quote at the end of that. I don't know if that breaks, but go and have a look at that, because that might get you where you need to be. Now, it's a little bit old. I think it's 2 years old, I think, or something, or last year. I don't know. It's old. So, right? So, have a look. Yeah, Marcus. I have a Calendly link that I'm happy to share if you want to get more formal. We can absolutely get a more formal thing going on, or you could just run up to me and slap me in my stupid face and be like, "What's up?" And I will accept that as appropriate interaction as well. So that's my Calendly link for Portland. If anybody wants to schedule a little bit of time with me, we can talk about anything. Talk about block editor stuff. Bad Dude Court, I think, I don't think he's here today. Him and I are gonna discuss about extending core blocks and block supports and stuff like that. And I only say that because we basically shared it all on Twitter, so it's public. But there's some other folks that I'm going to be hanging out with. So yeah, if there's time, grab that, and I will see you all there. Speaking of WordCamp US, I thought maybe what we do is just have a look at the schedule and stuff, because there's a lot of really cool things that I'm not really too sure about. I'll share my plans, and then we can, you know, take a look at some of these things and see what we got going. There's some really cool keynotes that I think are coming, that have been announced. So obviously the 26th we have Contributor Day. I'm super excited about Contributor Day because for two reasons. One, I'm actually working on implementing the icon block from our good friend Nick Diego, friend of the stream, friend of me personally. Oh, Mama Duke, there he is. If I look at my pull requests, we can my pull requests, mine, just mine. I don't want to see everybody else's. We have this new icon block, and so this is something that I'm kind of spearheading. I'm working on it, and it's basically the icon block that Nick Diego created.
Oh, you made a wise choice, my friend.
Oh. Hey, Castrellian, thank you for the follow. It's Nick's icon block, but we're moving it over to core. So at this point, all it does is this is very draft, but what we're doing here is we're registering it the way the core register blocks, which is a little bit different. It's kind of an interesting, actually it's a little interesting the way that it's done. It's more, let me show you. Let me show you. There's a lot of stuff in here, so let me just find the registration, right? I don't want that. No. A lot of SVGs that we don't need. I'm gonna have to rip out. I'm almost positive. There we go. So yeah, so the way that we actually do this is there is a we import this initBlock function from its a utility, and then we export all of these things, generate all the settings and everything, then we pass it to that, and then there is a there's a lot of files in this. I have to figure out here. Maybe it's not in here, but basically what it does is you export all the blocks, and then it'll let me just collapse some of these. We can find it, and then there's sort of, oh, there it is. So in here, so we added the name, and it basically just loops through everything and registers them all at once. So it's kind of a roundabout way of doing it, but well, not roundabout. It's just yeah, so that's one of the things that I had to do. There was a list of icons that we want to start with and aren't like all of them. So, you know, a bit of busy work. So that's my plan, basically, for Contributor Day. I have a couple of meetings that I'm going to hang out with folks, but that's what I'm going to be working on. Hopefully keep it moving down the next road. What am I saying? I don't know. Also, yes. It is the long-term plan, and in my personal opinion, the short-term plan is going to open it up to custom icons. So if you look at that block, if you look at this repo, there has been some really cool experimentation. Sorry, this issue. There's some cool experimentation that Andre did, where basically what we want to have, I think, long-term is an API for registering icons. Don't know what that looks like. Don't know how that kind of shakes out yet, but there's very little chance of core really being able to allow SVG upload, which is kind of, it's not problematic. Well, SVGs are problematic. They're very hard to sanitize. You can literally insert almost anything inside of it. I've seen, I remember seeing this talk by John, was it John Blackmore or Tom McFarlane? Can't remember. But anyways, one of them did this really great talk on SVG and basically showed an SVG with a Bitcoin miner embedded in it. And so you can do a lot of really heinous things with it. So I don't think SVGs are ever going to be core enabled to be uploaded. You can obviously get plugins that enable that functionality. But there's sort of like a middle ground, and this was not my idea. It was Andre's idea, who is far smarter than me. But what his idea was, there's like the middle ground of like hardcore developers being able to register, and then there's like everyone can upload anything, and then there's a middle ground where there's a plugin that registers SVGs. And so you'd be able to access SVGs that way. So that's sort of an idea that I'm kind of playing with. Right now, the block itself that Nick has got filters to allow you to add your own custom SVG. So maybe that's just where we start, right? So yeah. So hello, Bad Dude Court. So Castrellian is saying that. Spotlight message that Joomla allows you to enable SVG support in bundles and open source citation library. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's something that we should look into. You can enable SVG support via code in WordPress. Like that's completely doable. You just add the MIME type, you know, in a box, MIME type, and it'll work. Yeah. So there's ways around it. Right? There's a need for it. Fueled. No, it's 10 up. You will not say fueled on this stream. 10 up for life. Just kidding. My good friends at 10 up. Fueled. Whatever. It's always gonna be 10 up in my heart. Anyways, there's definitely tools that can be enabled, and I think one thing the Nix plugin does is it actually looks to see if MIME types if SVGs have been enabled, and if it has, then it presents an entire UI for uploading. I don't think that's a horrible idea to keep that in. I'm not the one that makes that final decision. It'll be a sort of a decision by committee, or like, you know, whatever. The committers will have their final say on it. But if you've decided to enable SVG support, why not have this plugin allow you to upload SVGs? I think that's pretty cool. That's a good question, Kev. I'm not really sure. Can't you add? This is what Kevin is saying.
Oh,
This is
great.
something-
It's KevXB.
Yeah, it's KevXB. Yeah, there's good. Where are you here? Spotlight message. Can I spotlight this message? There we go. I think you can upload some things. Yeah. So like at the code level, you can do that stuff, right? So you can handle that. But what we're talking about is basically going to the media library. Like, I'm not logged in here, but if you go to the media, like, yeah, updates. Dude, what? Shut up. Like going into media, where's media? Oh my god, media library, add media file, and just dropping an SVG up there, that won't work. And I don't think that should work. Right, we're just adding icons. Yes, it should. But again, allowing you to upload an SVG, like having core, the default version of WordPress that gets downloaded and installed, having it allow you to upload SVGs is probably never going to happen, because it's a ton of potential security risks there. But it doesn't mean you can't just go turn a plugin on and upload to your heart's content. That's you taking on that responsibility, right? It's like as soon as you install the plugin, you can do whatever you want. My point was that Nick's icon block allows, like, it looks for that and says, oh, you've enabled that MIME type, so here's a UI to upload your own SVG icons. I think that's a great idea, and I don't think we should pull that out of the plugin. No one's asked me to pull it out yet, but I think I'm going to leave it, and we're going to talk about it, right? Who are the leading media library management plugins currently? Definitely media optimization stuff going around right now. I'm sure, yeah. I think it's probably too early to talk about like how we extend it properly. I think for now the block has a filter that we access, and then that filter would eventually be tied into an icons API library. I don't know if it'll be like the font library or anything like that, because we all know how long that took to get figured out. But anyways, so I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. Oh, I know what we're talking about. So contributor day, that's gonna be fun. I'm also I'm lucky enough, I'm honored and flattered that I'm on the 6.9 release team this year. This is awesome. I'm very excited. Myself and Aki Hamano, who is a friend, and I've never met the man in person, but I consider him a friend. And I haven't met any of you folks in person. Well, except Kevin and Troy, Philippe. Who else have I met in person? Marcus. I've met a bunch of you, right? Time I will there based on my flight. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if you're there, yes, I have a meeting scheduled with you. I'm excited. We're going to talk about extending core blocks. That's going to be good. Yeah. So release lead. So I'll probably be talking with some other release leads. I've never done it before, so I have no idea. Contributor Day is absolutely my favorite day as well. It is so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah, I find that like the first half of the day, everyone's like gung ho. The second half of the day, everyone's just chatting. At least that's the way it is with me. So, yeah, cool. That would be cool. You know what? Like, I think what you guys are doing, Troy is one of the organizers of WordCamp Canada, and they have some really cool things on the horizon. This is my weekly WordCamp Canada pitch. Tickets are on sale now. Go get them right now. If I can spell my own country name, not Western Canada. WordCamp Canada. Go get tickets right now. Come hang out with me in the Great White North. All right. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. So there'll be folks from the playground team there. That's fantastic. Yes, come to Canada. It's gonna be great. Like, I don't know, has the schedule hasn't been announced yet, right? I don't see it, but no, it doesn't look like it's been announced, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be very cool. Oh, first speakers. So let's see. Read full post. Who's going? This, like, look, this dude, yeah, what? Okay, this dude, yeah, this guy, what? Jeffrey, come on, like, these are heavy hitters. This loser, don't worry about this guy, but everybody, like, this is great. They're like, we're gonna have some really good speakers there. I'm really excited, and there's a contributor day thing that I don't know has been ironed out yet. That sounds like it's gonna be phenomenal. So, yeah. Oh, Corey, you're going too? That's great. Nice. That's awesome. I'm
Oh
so
great,
glad.
it's CR0 EBIT.
I haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Glad. Thanks for dropping in. That's awesome. So happy to hear from you. Are there? I'm trying to see. What is this? This is really cool. Anyhow, okay, gonna be late to contribute, but I'll try to step by. Yeah, well, you know, if you're around, and then on. Okay, so anyways, let's get back to the schedule. So contributor day is gonna be a ton of fun. We're gonna be high fiving and hanging out and, you know, doing cool things and stuff. And then we have showcase day. So showcase day is specific to WordCamp US. I've never seen it at any other flagship. It's kind of neat. It started last year. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but basically it's a spin on like talks where like people are showcasing the work that they've done. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it's very similar to a talk. Nick Diego did one, I think it was last year, maybe the year before, on his block visibility. Like, there's some really cool stuff in here. Let's take a look. I haven't really had the chance to really look through this, but there is some heavy hitters here as well. Like, modernizing. Okay, what's this? The tech that comes next. How changemakers, philanthropists, and technologists can build on an equitable world. That sounds pretty cool. It's a keynote. Yeah. Modernizing how full-site editing supports Wikimedia's evolving UX. Oh wow! Like there's some, like, this is gonna be cool. If you don't know Jamie or Poodle Press, you should watch Jamie. He knows what he's doing. The guy's really good at building brands. That's one thing. WordPress in the newsroom. Like, this is cool stuff. Like Weston's, he's a ex-Googler and he's on the performance team and he knows his stuff. Smart dude. This one I think will be really cool. I really like the stuff that Seth's doing over at Pew. I was gonna say Pew Research. Pew Research Center. Him and his team are doing amazingly cool things with the interactivity API. I think they're one of the people that are really pushing it. Yeah, like the stuff that they're doing is super cool. So I'm going to this one for sure. I want to check that out. I've never met Seth, so I'm going to try to meet him this year if I can. Yeah, it's nuts, and it's like he's like working with the team that works on interactivity API. Like, it's very, very cool, the stuff that they're doing. Like if you're into super cutting edge stuff, I would check that out. Oh man, too bad. Oh, sorry. Well, you just have to tell your meetings that you have priorities and they need to wait. What's this? Coding magic: a developer's journey through Aloha. I don't know what that means. Every bit of Disney magic is thoughtful engineering, and in this works, we're pulling back the curtain. Join us for a technical deep dive to Aloha, our custom Gutenberg-powered platform, now supporting over 60 internal and external sites. What? That's crazy. Does Stephanie work for Disney? Oh, that's awesome. Disney had a really big one like this last year too, I think. Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna check that out. I love that it's called Linux. I was thinking of mapping content from the volume. Yes, throw new error. I actually so Jonathan Bossinger, who is on my team, is a Linux guy, and let me see if I can. I'm gonna get my Slack open, and then I'm gonna move it over here so y'all can't read my messages. I'm gonna see if I can find it, but he actually had a thought about something. Let me just see if I can find it, because he's a smart dude. He's also going to be at WordCamp US, so if you're at WordCamp US, you can track him down as well. Let me just see if I can find it. Oh, sorry, bear with me. Yeah, here we go. So Jonathan says, I was thinking, so my question was, does Studio work on Windows at WSL? Jonathan said, I was thinking about this more. I wonder if the user is asking if they can use Studio alongside WSL. So what I know some folks do is they install WSL for all the Linux terminal stuff, but not the web server stuff. Then they use a Windows desktop app like local dev kit stuff, whatever, as their local environment, and just point to the Windows folder that is shared with the WSL instance. In that case, it would be possible to use Studio with WSL because you could tell Studio to create local sites in a different folder location. That is English words, but I don't know what that means. Does that mean anything to you, Throw New Error? Is that helpful? Anyways. So I don't know if that's helpful, but anyhow, that's cool. So the next thing, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna quit Slack because nobody needs to see all that. Okay, cool. So that's kind of neat. Maybe I'll check that one out. Okay. Oh, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to because conflicting. And then this will be cool too. Jeff's a really good guy. I work with Jeff at 10up. He's a wonderful dude. His workshop. Is this a workshop or is this a presentation? Oh, it's a workshop. Well, that's kind of cool. How to own your content and your AI with WordPress. Interesting. Let's see. Improving WordPress multi-site, simplifying features, and enhancing the user experience. Cool. It's good to see multi-site stuff. You don't see a lot of it at WordCamps. You see it more like, I think you see it's really big in higher ed, as Troy will tell you. Yeah. Oh, this would be interesting. Moving a website from a classic to a block theme. I wonder how that'll work. Some of these don't feel like showcases. Rather, more just like an extension of just like another day of talks. But that's cool. How agency owners can use content to elevate their thought leadership. how CanCom manages 150 sites with one smart system. What is this? Managing a handful of WordPress sites is tough. Now imagine 150. Oh yeah? Troy, how many do you manage? You should be doing this, Troy. With one marketing team, 0 developer bottlenecks, and no chaos. In this session, Jacob Trost shares how CanCom used full site editing, smart templates, and content automation to build a scalable, no-code website system. Just shy of 700. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's no shade on Jacob, obviously. I think you should be telling your story to whoever will listen. I think it's an amazing story about the resiliency of WordPress and how a small team can get some crazy shit done. Anyways, you'll see how centralized assets and templates, dynamic logic enable lightning fast rollouts, consistent design, and blazing performance type. Learn how the team / coordination overhead by 60% using front-end collaboration, integrated global forms with Salesforce, and built a system where new sites go live without a dev ever touching a line of code. Oh, it's terrifying. If you're managing multiple WordPress properties or planning to, this talk will show you how to turn WordPress into a true enterprise system. It's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. Some of this stuff is going to be live streamed. I think some of this stuff is going to be live streamed. I know my workshop is not. It will be recorded, so it will be somewhere. But I'm pretty sure the workshops are not. But the rest of the stuff is. How we revamp the Jim Joseph Foundation site without disruption. WordPress Campus Connect and hiring. This is really cool. So there's no description here, but if you're not familiar, WordPress Campus Connect was like it was launched. It has like a flagship or like a trial. I want to say it was in India. I'm not sure where, but it's at a university. And the idea behind this is that you get university credits for contributing to WordPress. It's pretty cool. It's a really, really cool thing. I think it's so neat. So we're talking to students in university, giving them credits for helping push WordPress forward. It doesn't sound as like, Yes, yeah, there we go. So Philippe was there. It's at PC University. It was Italy, right? Yes, okay, sorry, I got messed up there. But it's very, very, very cool. It's a very cool idea. Really nice, awesome initiative to kind of bring WordPress to schools and allow people to get actual credit and like literal credits for contributing. So this one will be a cool one to see. I'll probably pop into that one. All right, so the first day of talks is the Thursday. So we have opening remarks. We have like Danny Sullivan, who is from the Googles, I believe. So he's going to come and give us a keynote. There's some pretty cool keynotes this year. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. Core AI, what we're building. Oh, this is nice. So this is going to be the Core AI team that was just announced. It was announced at working at Europe this year. I can't remember, but James LePage and Felix and Jeff will be there. So that'll be cool. Talk about what's going on. Oh, Michelle. Michelle is she's like the sweetest person in WordPress. She's amazing. Everything she does is thoughtful and awesome. This has got a lot of hype around it. This looks pretty neat. What top WordPress product companies do differently? Masterclass for product builders. So this is pretty cool. This is Katie Keith and Matt Cromwell, who I know of just through the community, but that looks like a pretty cool talk. Pretty cool talk. It was one of the first ones that was sort of announced, I think. It was a big deal. I'm going to go see this one. This one's really intriguing to me because this is something that I've been thinking about that I always wanted to do a talk or something like this. I think this is a really cool concept. And so I want to see how Jemima approaches it because it's kind of a cool idea, like talking about JavaScript and React from a PHP point of view. So I'm personally really interested to go check this one out. So that's on my list. This is a good one too. Unfortunately, it's going to be conflicting for me, but Bud Krause, who is Bud Canadian? Bud's Canadian. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Right. He'll be at WordCamp Canada, I think. Is he not? Maybe he's not Canadian. Looks like he might be from New York. Which, the U.S. is just Canada's pants, right? Or shoes, I should say. Any Americans in the room? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So there's this one. This is me. I'll be doing this one, so I won't be able to see any of this stuff. But there's some cool stuff. I mean, if you're not interested in the Block Developer Cookbook, you could go see these other ones. I haven't really looked at them. Harnessing AI coding assistance for WordPress development. That seems pretty fun. Yeah, an hour. What is it? An hour and 15 minutes? Is that what it is? 15 to... Yeah, an hour and 15 minutes. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight, I think. I'm getting to the point where I have a lot of... Hour and 45 minutes? Am I not doing the math? Right? Am I not mathing properly? Well, 15 minutes would be 2 o'clock and then 2:30. So yeah, an hour and 45. One of us works for a university and one of us does not. You can decide who. Yeah, my mathing was not mathing there. Okay, so there's a lot of AI stuff, which is really cool. Fixing and optimizing websites with AI. Data visualization is the easy way. National Marine Sanctuaries has got your back. That sounds kind of neat. What? That's the situation for national marine sanctuaries, the arm of the U.S. federal government that protects 2 million square kilometers of ocean and lake habitat. Whoa. That's so cool. That might be neat to check out. Beyond the Build, 3E framework for scalable WordPress platforms. Is this a product? I'm not familiar with this. WordPress is part of CMS, but without the right structure, even great builds can unbuckle under the weight of scale. I don't know, Kev. Kev is asking a very good... Sorry, every time I take my headphones out, the music stops, which is hilarious to me. Do you feel like there's an AI overload, or is everyone still excited? I think that... Personally, I think a lot of people are still excited. I think there is still a lot of hype and a lot of buzz around it. Personally, it's my opinion. I have changed AI tools like 50 times, and I'm starting to feel a little bit of burnout with like okay, now I got to switch to ChatGPT 5 or whatever, this, that, the other thing, Claude, and then Cursor, and then Perplexity, which is the best one? What do I want to use, right? I'm finding that a bit much. I think that we're going to see some presentations that are going to sort of show really cool workflows, and people will get something out of that. I don't know. I know that Matt's super excited about AI. I mean, we all are. Obviously AI is enabling us to do really, really, really cool things. But we'll see. I mean, I think there's some interesting usages of it. You know, you see it creeping into politics more now. So I wonder if the sentiment is about to shift, but it shifts to the general public. Yeah, I don't know. Soon, especially given the current political climate in various countries across the world. I mean, there's a lot of things that AI just makes bad, you know. But yeah. Australian is saying there's a few products out there that abstract away all that for you. They help you choose the best model for the job. Yeah, WordPress doesn't have that. Yeah, I know. I think the AI team is starting to try to do that. I know they're really doubling down on MCP. MCP's got some really cool things that I think that we can do. Jonathan is going to be doing a lot of that stuff, right? All creative. I found the most benefits and elements for current precedence is clearing the tasks is most interesting going forward. Yeah, totally. Yeah, the imagery and video stuff is the stuff you can do is you can do some amazing things. Like, I don't know if you've all seen the Bigfoot videos. Those literally make me roll on the floor laughing. But some of the political stuff that you can do, like to Bad Dude Court's point, is like scary, right? And especially, what really scares me is like my parents who are in their 70s. They see something on Facebook and they're like, "Oh, look at this real thing that's totally not made up." You know? Yeah. Am I dropping frames in Twitch or anything? Sorry. Is there problems? Yeah. Yeah, I think AI is also, we're seeing like massive influxes of PRs on things, right? So, yeah. I mean, it's just like they're generating like photorealistic images of individuals doing things, like there's a whole, I'm not even gonna get into it, but there's lots of things that you can do, you know, create photorealistic things that are not good, right? Not good at all. But then you can create amazing things that, you know, help things, right? You can increase the PRs in Gutenberg. Oh yeah, there's tons of PR stuff. It's all over the place, right? Especially, I'm interested to see what happens on Contributor Day, like what the influx of PRs are going to be, where it's a lot of just like, just like complete rewrites of things. Someone shared a screenshot of a PR that was like someone just like asked ChatGPT or whatever it was to just rewrite the whole, like an entire code base to do something, and it was like everything. They changed every single file, and it was like really funny. Yeah, you know what? Pixar didn't happen, friend. Pixar didn't happen. I want to see that video. That's awesome. That's great. Cool. Waiting on someone to deep pockets to pay the extra cost to have AI rebuild would be it. Yeah, you know, someone's doing it. You know, like, I don't, you know, you could take Claude code and say, yeah, you could just do it. It will never go anywhere, but you could do it. It would happen if you've got the money, I guess, right? All right, cool. So let's look. We're over here. So now a bunch of AI stuff. I think AI is going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to start seeing some cool things, and then I think it's going to need to be regulated in some way, shape, or form. You know. So I don't know. This looks interesting. A new era of a new era of experiential medicine. AI in the brain. That's really neat. Engage in the creation of virtual systems. For millennia, humans have engaged in the creation and ritualization of experiences to enrich our lives and promote mental well-being, such as meditation and mindfulness practices. Despite this extensive history and its foundation in the science of neuroplasticity, most people do not think of experiences as medicine, certainly not in the same way that they view pills. Oh wow, Dr. Ghazali, I hope I'm saying that right, will share his 2 decades of research into advancing technology-based experiences as medicine for the mind. Notably, he will present his pioneering inventions of closed-loop video games as the first and currently only FDA-approved video game treatments. He will then explore the next generation of experiential medicine that integrates advancements in artificial intelligence with sensory immersion, multimodal physiological recordings, non-invasive brain stimulation, and psychedelics to enhance human cognition. While artificial intelligence does pose significant threats to our future on this planet, wow, this journey represents a new frontier of human potential where AI and the brain unite to improve our lives and redefine the essence of humanity. Well, that is exceptionally well written. I'm going to go see this. I'm going to go see this. This is really cool. Who is Adam Ghazali? If there's a picture of a robot, do you know how funny it would be if we had an AI robot as his picture? Oh. He looks serious. Wow. Okay. Yeah, GTA 5. That would be the game to play. Yeah. Oh my god, I have to tell you this. So, in my Steam library, at some point, I downloaded Outlast. Has anyone ever played that game? It's the one where you're a journalist and you have to go into like an abandoned asylum and escape with your life. The most terrifying game I've ever played in my life, I have to say. Anyways, this guy looks really Dolby Distinguished Professor of Neurology, Physiology, and Psychiatry, and the founder and executive director of Neuroscape at USCF. Dr. Ghazali is co-founder of Achille and Jazz Venture Partners. I'd like to understand this game, this video gaming as like medicine. That's really neat. My son has some special needs, and we do this service, occupational therapy service where they play Minecraft, and it's pretty cool. So I wonder if it's something along those lines, man. Whoa, sorry, I'm not following along the chat, man. Anyways, I'll let you all talk about whatever Philippe's talking about there. I don't know. Okay, cool. That looks really interesting. I think I want to check that out. So it's just before the group photo, and that's the end of the day. Nice. Okay. Then we got Cozy AI Cooking WordCamp Edition. What is this? There's this thing called a Mud Club, and it's Canadian, and it's online. Troy, it's amazing. They join in like a Microsoft Teams, and then they have a couple of like OTs, and it's a group thing, and they all get into a Minecraft game, and they all play Minecraft together. They can do creative mode. They can do survival mode. They have streamers that they watch and hang out with. It's all completely like it's not open to the general public, so it's really cool. And it's covered by some of I don't know if your son has funding for certain things, but it's covered by that. We can talk about this more off stream if you're interested. And I don't want to get too personal with stuff, but it's amazing. It's called Mud Club. I would check it out. It's a lot of fun. And as they get older, they get into VR too, so they can yes, OAP. Do. And as they get older, they can get into VR gaming. So you can get like a Meta Quest or whatever those things are, and they'll game in VR. It's really cool. I think they have to be 10 or 11 or something. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Castrellian, if you have similar needs at home, feel free to reach out. We can. I'm happy to share anything like that, like privately, whatever. Anyways, cool. What is this? Cozy AI Cooking WordCamp Edition. What is this? It's not just novelty; it's becoming an essential ingredient. Is it? Oh, what is this? You can't take my cooking analogy. What is this? Artificial intelligence is no longer just novelty. It is becoming an essential ingredient in how we build, publish, and connect online. In this session, we'll take you into my Cozy AI kitchen to demystify how AI really works, why the matters, how builders can approach it with both curiosity and care. Oh, interesting. This is another keynote. So who's John Maeda? I know that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Head of computational design / AI at Microsoft. Might know a thing or two. Might be able to share some stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go check that out too. That's really cool. Did he really? I didn't know that. Oh, you know what? That name does sound familiar. I may have seen his name in passing. So that's cool. Okay. The system is the strategy. Oh, Tammy. I think Tammy was telling me about this. I was talking with her in WordCamp Europe. And Tammy is awesome. She has this this system is the strategy, is the way that she sort of helps coach folks. It's really cool. I'm not going to explain it properly, but yeah, she's really interesting to chat with. So that'd be a cool one. Your words, your brain, your device, democratizing writing assistance with ML at the edge. Cool. So another AI thing, right? Machine learning. Brain model. Okay, cool. So this is another there's a lot of AI stuff. This is going to be fun. Jonathan has been working on this. I'm going to try to go to this if I can. Jonathan's been doing a lot of really cool stuff. He's like posting things like, "Hey, here's a blog post that was 99% created by." Oh, nice. Head of computational design, automatic hammered home. Cool, nice. He's like posting in our Slack like, "Hey, this blog post I wrote was 99% AI written because he did an audio note, got it transcribed by some service, then passed the transcription to Perplexity and told it to write an article in the style of his blog." It's just like done. I just thought that was so cool. So anyways, you should check this out. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty darn cool. What do we got here? Confident consultations qualified and closed with the scope strategy. Don't Nathan Ingram. Why do I know that name? The client stuff. No, I don't know Nathan. Sorry, I'm not that interested in client stuff, but you should be. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Kev. I think it's going to be a lot of like, people dictating notes to themselves, and all of a sudden it turns into videos and all kinds of stuff. Figuring out sponsored contribution. This is cool. Roger Williams, a super nice guy. He works at Kinsta. He does some really cool stuff. He's like the nicest guy in the world. Anyways, I quite like him. Yeah. So this is I think they just started. I think they just started contributing. Sorry, not contributing. Sponsoring a contributor. I'm not sure who the person's name is, though. I can't remember off the top of my head, but that'll be fun. So if you're interested in figuring out how that works, that'd be cool. Testing, contributing by testing, that's cool. This will be always great. I love the HTML tag processor. There's so much cool stuff that you can do in there. Storefront strategy. What happens when AI shops for your customers? Oh, that's interesting. Another AI one. Another AI one. Unlock developer superpowers with AI. Oh, this is Adam. Adam Silverstein. Adam is also an ex-Googler who I worked with a long time ago. I love the guy. He's amazing. You should go. He always does great talks. Always. He's actually the guy that gave me the idea of giving away prizes for questions. My first talk ever at a WordCamp was WordCamp Toronto. I think I want to say 2014, maybe 2015. I can't remember. And I just started at 10 up, and I brought chocolate. And everyone that asked the question got a chocolate, and it works well. Silent killing babies, but how to fix it. This will be interesting. I'm a YouTuber. Don't know why. I'm not on it. No, I'm good. Creators around a campfire. How WordPress YouTubers are shaping the ecosystem. This is so. Anne and Jamie Marsland, Mark Zamansky, who I think I'm saying that right. Who I'm sure we all know, and Michael Cunningham is a YouTuber as well. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that might be fun. I'll go pop in there. Then we got a keynote with Matt. Keynote and Q&A with Matt, and then that's it. And then we got a big old after party. We can go home. Yeah. Cool. What time is it? Oh, okay, it's only 11. So I think overall it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a bunch of cool little after parties. I think there's a Elementor one last year. The WordCamp Europe, they had a great karaoke one. They're doing that again this year. I don't know if George is coming, but if George is coming, we'll be going to karaoke. That'll be fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be good. Where is the after party? Rooftop party sounds. Where is the after party? Is it mentioned in here? Let's look. News. There we go. This is the after party. World Forestry Center. That would be fun. Oh, if anyone's wondering what the music is, I think you were saying something. This is the. Where's the show? Copy the link. This is the playlist that I have been streaming for the last little while, and I quite like it. Apparently it's stream safe. I've never had any. I've had one audio, one clip from Twitter. Sorry, one last stream on Twitch. I got some sort of they muted the audio, but I appealed it and it was fine. But as long as you give attribution on YouTube, it's good. It's good stuff, and it's little. I don't know. This is more my speed than like the lo-fi girl stuff, right? So, anyways, happy to share that. So. This will be fun. So, food trucks, cool, drinks with local twist. Okay, I would like to continue reading. Desserts, Discovery Museum. So, that'll be fun. We'll go check that out. I don't know if do they have side events on here? Oh, side events. Let's go see. Oh, they don't have anything listed, but there is an Elementor one. There's a Woo one that I think I'm going to go to. Because I haven't done a lot with Woo, and I think I want to get into there, right? All right, Australian, thank you so much for hanging out. Like I said, if you want to reach out to me about that stuff we were talking about, Mud Club and stuff, happy to chat. No expert, but I can tell you what it's like. Anyways. Oh, maybe they are. Yeah, let's look there. WP World. Oof. We'll just scroll that out of the way. Oh boy. Okay, events. Let's see. the event list. Here we go. WordCamp US. Let's see what's in there. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm Brian Cords, who is the Woo developer advocate here at Automatic, and I are working on some stuff. One thing that we worked on together was the create block package. Now we have now variants can define their own paths to template files, which made life way easier because they were trying to condense all of their create block templates into a single package as opposed to having a million different ones. What am I doing here? Let's see, speakers. Oh, that's me. Okay, organizers, side events. Here we go. So side events. Cash Me Outside. Oh, come on. That is such a good name. That is such a good name. That is such a good name. Cash Me Outside. Please. Who? Oh, that's so good. It makes me angry. That's so good. Okay, fine. This is the one that I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to that one too. I'm going to kind of jump both of those. I want to go to that just because it's such a good name. And then I don't know where else I'm going. So I also have to be up. I have to leave. Like my flight home on the 30th, the next day, leaves at 5 in the morning. So I have to be at the airport at 2 a.m. So I might just put down my plate and my last drink and then head straight to the airport and then get home. So that'll be rough. Oh, I want to mention this. There is this thing that they're doing this year at where am I? What? Hello? Where am I? There we go. News. It's called the what's it called? It's called the here we go. WordCamp Creator Studio. So they're doing this thing where you can sign up for an hour time slot in their creator space. And did I leave before the party started last time? But where was that, Kev? Was that in Europe? Must have been. Not Europe. I mean Asia. Was that in Manila? I think I had to leave before then. Yeah. Yeah, in Asia. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer in Manila. So, but if you're going to India, I won't be a bummer in India. I promise. I will be good times. I'll be Thailand Ryan, not Manila Ryan. I'll bring shoes. Anyways, so what I have scheduled is 9 a.m. local time there. I'm trying to put a live stream together. Oh, right. That's when you guys went to karaoke. Yeah, we're not getting rid of definitely over there either. Yeah, no. I will be. My family will be there. Troy, I'm probably just gonna have my family crash the after party if that's okay. Because my wife and kids are coming to work in Canada, and I keep telling them that like I actually have friends and people actually do think I'm fun, and they don't believe me. So I'm going to bring them, and they'll be blown away. Anyway, so this creator studio thing is I'm gonna try to do a live stream. It's gonna be myself and Brian Cords, I think, and I think Jonathan and Birgit Polyhack. I hope if she is available. She's one of the organizers of WordCamp US, so she might be all over the place. So we're gonna have 2 or 3, 4 of us, and we're gonna just talk developer stuff. And what we're gonna see, the intention is to live stream. I don't know what kind of technical setup I'm getting into and stuff. So the worst case scenario, I will record it and we'll get it on my YouTube channel afterwards. But hopefully we can come to you live from WordCamp US for an hour. So that'll be 9 a.m. Pacific, so like noon. So it kind of works. It's right around this time, and I think it is actually Thursday as well. So we're gonna see. All right, Bad New Court. We'll see you next week. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So that's kind of should be fun. I don't want to make a big thing out of it because I don't know what kind of technical. I don't know if the internet is going to hold up or whatever. So we'll see. But in worst case, I'll have a recording and I'll get it uploaded to my YouTube channel so you guys can all hang that out hang out. Watch it. What am I saying? Yeah. Oh, I clicked on Weston apparently. So yeah, again, look at this. Cash Me Outside. This is such a good name. It's such a good name. Taking the work can be to the rooftop. Big scoots and grade invite you to take 3 hours of drinks, light snacks, and unbeatable views. Who do I know that works at Grade? Oh, Jessica. Maybe I could reach out. You know what I love about invite only? Harassing people to invite me. Yeah. So anyways, that's that. All right, we'll see you next week. I already said that. Okay, cool. So what else was I going to do today? So we've gone through the schedule. That's cool. We were just going to kind of do that. Now the other stuff I was thinking about doing was just working on. I got some changes to my Block Developer Cookbook site that I need to fix. So I might just do that while we kind of chat and hang out. I'll drink my coffees. But yeah. So what do I need to fix? Right, conferences. I think I need to fix this one. Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna jump to the front end. I think I have a mismatch in my color scheming. So I go to conferences. I click on this one. Yeah. See, that shouldn't be that. That should be a different color. So what is working? What's the password here? I'll show you what I'm talking about. Shut up, Basil. So I put that in there and I submit this. Oh, that's. I must not have done this. I must have done this right on the site. So if I go to conferences and I click on this one, it looks like this. Looks like this, friends. Let me just inspect. No, has background, has highlighted background, has text color, has background, has link color, and let's. This one? That's what it is. Okay, so it has highlight background color. I think I just need to add that class. That'll work. Maybe I'll do that. I don't even know where that is. Let's find it. Baby content. Theme. Chef kiss. Templates. This will be conference password. Chef kiss protected. Pattern. Where's my patterns? Okay. Well, that's the voting one. Okay. Okay, so this is, I think this is the one that I need to change. So if I just jump over here now, go back. Conferences. Is this not password protected? What? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. An idiot. That's the wrong one. Okay, so this is what I have to fix. So I think if I just, so the titles, where's the stupid title? Password needed. Input submit up in. Conference header, processing. If I just put that in there. Oh yeah, well, that did it. But this text is different now. What is this? Has text color. If I put that in there, is that gonna fix it? Let's see. Oh, I forgot the letter R on color. Oh, go here. That's not it. Stupid. I just need to edit the pattern. All right, see you later. I think I might just do this in here. I'm gonna edit the site. Let's do this live. Let's do this live. Okay? Shut up. Do it live. Block Developer Cookbook. I have the conference password. I guess it should be this one, right? Not synced. Why can't I edit that? Ugh, stupid. Okay. So let's. I can't select anything. What is going on here? What is it? What's locked? I might explain it. Okay, hold on. Stupid. What is going on here? All right. I'm fighting with this way too much. Oh, maybe I have to. So we have to highlight that text. Maybe the text is where I'm doing it. Where is this? So if I take the, oh there we go. Hide background color. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the text. Not annoying at all. Title. What is the beginning of the post title? Oh my god. Alright. Post title, there it is. So post title's gotta be in here somewhere. Oh wait a minute. Oh, it's right there. That's what I'm looking for. So post title, where's post title? There should be post title block in here. There we go. There we go. That's what I need to add. That's what I'm doing wrong. Right there, I need to add some attributes to that. Okay, all right. I knew I'd get it. Eventually. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, I'm gonna just go ahead and fix colors for password page. I'm gonna do this. I'm on trunk. I'm gonna commit that. I'm gonna sync it, and then because I'm actually hosted on Pressable, which is awesome. I quite like it, and It auto deploys. So when I push this live, it's gonna go live. Like, who even thought that was possible, right? So I click on WordPress. It looks like, look how fast that was. Oh wait, I need to edit this post. I need to turn voting off, I think. Oh, you know what? I think I know why. I need an incognito window. This is showing the wrong thing. What's going on with this? It should be password protected. Voting doesn't seem like it should be a thing that's possible. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so it's working now. Perfect. Now it's perfect, but it's better. Okay, cool. Reason is because there's no password needed, and then voting. Okay, so conference voting. Let's look. Conference. Where's that? Is template part. Be conference voting somewhere. Theme chef kiss. Tag name is conference voting. Conference voting. What else conference? Oh, it's part of that. It's in here. Okay, so this is going to show post title, the voting loop. Pattern's going to be a voting loop, and so I can leave that up there now. Okay, that's what all really I wanted to fix there, because this is going to be, we can vote, but you can't vote unless you have the password to vote. I'm not telling you what the password is. It's not gonna happen. Not unless you're in the room. But I want to tease a couple of new recipes. Check this out. Got a couple of new recipes. First one we got is, we got this one called creating custom icons. That's a fun one. So there's a new API that's going to be out in 6.9 that allows you to register your own custom social icons. That's a fun one. This one is one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. This is totally the wrong. Let me just. Sorry, I realize now that I don't have. That I don't have any tags on that recipe. I just published it yesterday, but the recipe is converting. Where is it? Convert to a dynamic block. So this is converting a static block to a dynamic block, and you know why you'd want to do that and stuff. So it should be fun. But I want to edit this post. And I want to put some tags on it. So down in here, you get a peek behind the thing here. We're gonna go dynamic block. Yeah, it's a great article. So this recipe, the social icons one, is basically that article. He's just doing it as a recipe here. So there's actually the create block template is already up there. It's already available. That works. Let's see. Block sport block buying. I'm gonna add a new one called static blocks. Okay, so that. Yeah, so this takes you to that, and there was another one too. What was the third one that I just did? Oh, I know, command palette one. So I just put one up for command palette. Where is that gone now? Where is it? Okay. Recipe. Command palette commands. Okay. Oh, command palette command. Where is it? A caching in my butt here? Command. Yeah, it's not in there. What is happening? Okay. Do I have some like heavy caching going on that I need to deal with? What is the settings? Edge cache. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Kev. Weird. I don't know what's happening here. That's super weird. Okay. So let's just look at the recipes then. Recipes. I'm so glad I checked this out because I was really excited about that command palette one. Is there something that I'm missing for it? Oh! Let's check. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Want to know what I think it is? No, I don't have 50 days. Do I? Let's check. I have 18 items, so there's no way. So what is going on here? What is going on here? Let's check it out. All right, so we're published. Maybe I will set it to a draft and save it, and I will publish. Hopefully, I mean, the URL is there. Skill level. Weird, man. Okay, what's this vote thing? No? Okay. What's this vote thing? I wrote it. I should know what the vote thing is. Is anybody else seeing it? Like, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm only seeing 17. Everyone forgot about the command palette. Well, actually, 6.9 is going to have some. The command palette is going to be in more places, which is going to make life a lot easier. This is extremely weird. I do not understand why. It is not showing up. Well, there's 18. There's 18 posts. There should, like, if I look at my dashboard. If I look, sorry, in recipes, I've got 18 recipes, so there should be 18. They're all published too. I don't know why this would not be. Do you see the command palette commands? Like, if you do a search for command palette commands, you see it. It may just be caching on my end, which is fine. Which is what I want. Yeah. See, I'm only seeing 17. Let's go. Let's break page caching here if we can. Can you do a search on the recipes page for this? And if it's on there, you not. This is so weird. What? I do not understand how that is not showing up. I don't know. It's all here. It's all been built and registered, and I spent like all day putting this thing together. Excerpt. Maybe. Oh. Hold on. Let me try something. Yeah, you can see it. You can get there. I wonder if it's a. There it is. Okay, that was my issue. I think that the okay. So I think what I need to do here is set some I think my default value. Okay, I think I know what happened. The query is based on time to complete and skill level being existent, and I think that those default values don't count in the query because now I'm seeing it. Okay, so I've just changed it. So now here it is. So command palette commands. So we're gonna do there's three that we're doing. The first one's completely hilarious and useless. It just basically shoots confetti on the screen, which is fun. Lord of Blood, SRB. Thanks for hanging out again. Then there's we talk about using conditional commands in the sense of instead of using this. Anyways, I'm not gonna go through this all, but this one it's fun. So you can do commands that are context based. And so on and so forth. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm gonna have to do another stream where I go through those three, so I can upload those as well. But yeah, cool. I'm so glad that I figured that out because I would have been super bummed that it didn't make it, because that's a fun one. Now we have a nice 18 nice rows and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So what else was I wanting? I don't think there was much else I was wanting to do for this today. I know that's all fixed now, which is great. I have a new YouTube video. What meta fields? What are you talking about? Oh. Where? What meta fields? What are you talking about? Here? Wait, which meta fields? What meta fields, Troy? Throw me a link and I'll take a look. I probably do need some on there. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, there's a default value, but the default value. So what's happening is I have a query. Where's the query? It's like it should be the recipe, not user recipe. It should be like recipe overview, recipe 3up. There is a meta value order, so I'm ordering by the time and the meta value basically. So it's sorting by time, but I don't think default values are taken into account, which is dumb. But it displays a default value. So if I were to come in here and kind of create a new recipe. So this is just me being really shitty at development. But if I were to do a new recipe here, you can see it auto completes these, but these values I don't think are actually being set in the database. So you can't do a query against them. So I should probably just leave those blank and do what you're talking about. Yes, very, very much so. I don't know if you're aware, but I have a new video. What Rainbow Deadlock article about a little thing like me over years ago. Oh, excellent. If you don't already know, I have a YouTube channel. I would love it if you could go and subscribe. I hate doing this stuff, but this is us today, right now. But I do have a new video coming. I just released this one, which is block deprecations, and I have another one coming out on Wednesday while I'm away. Block transforms. So yeah, it's a cut down of that big stream where I went through all of it, but hopefully you guys will like it. But anyways, I think I don't have much else to really go on about here today. If anyone is, you loved which video? The block deprecations one? Yeah, go look at the block deprecations right now. It is basically the same. It is the block deprecations. It's the recipe here, right? But I'm kind of taking you through it. This one. So this is the recipe Yeah, I mean, you probably will at some point. It's good to understand how these deprecations work. They are complicated. Now, one thing that I do have is in my recipes. I have one, like I said, that I just created that was converting to a dynamic block. This is the goods. So if you're dealing with like a static block and you're having to like do all of the stupid deprecations for things, which you may have to. I mean, there are times where maybe you want it saving, to the database. But when you want to convert it to a dynamic block, you will probably have to do at least one deprecation, because you have to account for any existing blocks before the transformation to dynamic blocks. But it's all in there, and I'm hoping that people like that one. So I'm gonna have to do another stream where I go through all of these 3 new ones, and then I'm actually gonna have some new ones for WordCamp Canada as well. I think if I'm speaking on that one, I am. But I have some cool ideas that I wanna add. But yeah, and I think 6.9 will not be out by then, but it'll be close, I think. Yes, I did confirm that. I guess you understand videos. I just don't want to do it. Yeah, for sure. I know. I hate deprecations. They're a pain, massive pain, especially when you get into like massive block transformations, like some of the more complicated stuff. Like if you look towards the end of this example, it's like the deprecations that you're dealing with are just like stinky. Like you're doing like massive deprecations. Like look at this, like where you're migrating all of these blocks and mapping blocks and turning things into things. It's no fun, and like all it takes is one like character being out of place. Well, no, it's not that brittle, but it's brittle enough that if you don't do it exactly, then you will continue to get the deprecation errors. So the moral of my story is use dynamic blocks because they're the best. But did you know that you can use the save and the render.php at the same time? Did you know that? It's pretty cool. So technically what you can do is you can have a backup of your markup saved to the database, but then you're still overwriting it with render.php. The problem there is if you do make changes to the markup, you still have to manage your deprecations hand. But so because a downside of a dynamic block is if you turn if you have a plugin that introduces a block and it's a dynamic block and you insert it on 1 million pages and you turn that plugin off, all those blocks go away. They're not rendered. With a static block, if it's introduced by a plugin, you turn the plugin off, the markup is still inside the database. So you might lose styling and you might lose some of the functionality, but the core markup will still be in there. So that's the major trade-off between the two blocks. Now there's downsides to having static blocks because if you make a change, you don't get that change reflected automatically across every instance. You have to go into every post and update it. But dynamic blocks, you don't have to worry about that. So it's kind of like pick your poison, right? My poison is definitely dynamic blocks. So. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to jump off. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and going through the WordCamp US stuff. And thanks for the follow, Castrelian. And good seeing you, Corey, and everybody. So I won't be streaming at my regular time next week. I might be streaming out of Portland, but I don't know yet. So keep an eye out for your, the alerts if and when I go live. If I'm not able to for a number of technical reasons, I'll make sure that the video that we're recording gets put up onto YouTube. I might do some of that actually, Kev. I might just grab my phone, because I did it last year and it worked well. I might just stream straight off my phone, walk around, harass people, like I do. But anyways. All right, I'm going to talk to you all later. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you guys after WordCamp US. Or maybe even at WordCamp US. There's a few of you, but we'll see. All right, bye.